You're working at your hair salon in Chicago. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Your phone rings while you're with a client. The number on your screen matches the one on the back of your Bank of America card exactly. You answer. The man on the line says there's suspicious activity on your account. Someone is trying to steal $20,000 right now. You need to act immediately. This is what happened to Milan Jackson, according to ABC7 Chicago. A single mother of two, she was planning to buy a building to expand her hair business. That changed with one phone call. This is the phantom hacker scam. The FBI has issued urgent warnings about this multi-stage fraud operation that has cost Americans hundreds of millions of dollars. Law enforcement understands the structure and tactics of the scam, but stopping it requires addressing human trust, not just technology. The FBI describes the phantom hacker as a layered impersonation scam that unfolds in 3 distinct stages. Each stage builds trust while identifying the most lucrative targets. Stage 1. Tech support impersonation. The scam can begin in several ways. Some victims receive pop-up messages on their computers claiming their device has been infected with malware. Others receive unsolicited calls from people claiming to be tech support representatives from legitimate companies. Some, like Jackson, receive calls that appear to come from their bank. The scammers use caller ID spoofing technology to make their phone number appear legitimate. When Jackson checked the number against the one on her Bank of America debit card, they matched perfectly. According to FBI warnings, the number displayed on a phone screen can be faked. If the scam begins with a pop-up or email, the message instructs victims to call a phone number for assistance. Once contact is established, scammers direct victims to download remote access software. These programs, AnyDesk, TeamViewer, UltraViewer, are legitimate tools used by real technical support teams, but once installed by a scammer, they grant complete control of the victim's computer. The scammer can see everything on the screen, move the cursor, open files, and access accounts. The scammer then performs what appears to be a security scan. To victims unfamiliar with computers, scrolling text and technical-looking commands seem legitimate. The scammer claims to have found evidence of hacking or malware. Then comes the critical step. The scammer asks the victim to log into their financial accounts to check for unauthorized activity. This is reconnaissance. While the victim types passwords and navigates their accounts, the scammer watches. They're identifying which accounts hold the most money. The FBI warns that scammers specifically target retirement accounts, savings accounts, and brokerage accounts with substantial balances. The first call ends with a promise. Someone from the victim's bank will contact them with further instructions. This investigation is reconstructed from official records and investigators' statements, with full sources linked in the description. Consider subscribing to our channel and liking this video. What's your theory on why this specific scam is so impossible to stop? Comment below. Stage 2. Financial institution impersonation. Within hours or days, a second scammer calls. This person claims to be from the victim's bank or financial institution. They reference the previous tech support call. They know the victim's name. They create continuity. For Jackson, this caller identified himself as a Bank of America fraud specialist. He told her someone was attempting to steal $20,000 from her account at that very moment. He said she needed to protect her money by transferring it to a different account. The FBI warns that this is when scammers claim foreign hackers have compromised the victim's accounts. The money must be moved immediately to keep it safe. Here's what makes this stage particularly effective. The scammers aren't actually hacking anything. They're convincing victims to move their own money while logged into their own authenticated banking sessions. From the bank's perspective, these are legitimate transactions authorized by the account holder. Scammers direct victims to transfer money through wire transfers to accounts the scammers control, cryptocurrency purchases at Bitcoin ATMs, cash withdrawals handed to couriers, or gold bar purchases picked up by supposed federal agents. According to FBI warnings, victims are coached on what to say if bank employees ask questions. They're told to claim the money is for a family emergency or home renovation. They're instructed not to tell anyone the real reason they're moving funds. Jackson went to her Bank of America branch and requested a wire transfer for $20,000. The transaction was processed. The moment it went through, she felt something was wrong. I get this weird feeling, and so I go into Bank of America and they confirmed that this is a scam. Jackson told ABC7 Chicago. "I shut the phone off. I'm hysterically crying. I can't believe this is my life. How did this happen, and how am I going to get this money back?" The FBI reports that some victims remain on the phone with scammers for extended periods while completing transactions. The scammers monitor the victims' activities to ensure they don't speak to anyone who might intervene. Stage 3. Government impersonation. If a victim begins to question what's happening, a third scammer may contact them claiming to be a federal government official. Common impersonations include FBI agents, Treasury Department officials, or Federal Reserve employees. This stage exists to eliminate doubt. The scammer reinforces that the victim's money is still at risk and must remain in protective custody. According to FBI warnings, some scammers send physical letters on fake government letterhead to make the operation seem more legitimate. These documents include fabricated case numbers and official-looking seals. The psychological impact of receiving physical mail is significant. It makes phone conversations feel real, official, something that must be legitimate. The scam continues until the victim has transferred everything the scammers can extract, or until the victim realizes what's happening. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, tech support scams resulted in over $1.3 billion in reported losses in 2023. Nearly half of all victims were over 60 years old, but this age group accounted for approximately 2/3 of total financial losses. The FBI warns that actual losses are likely much higher. Many victims don't report being scammed due to embarrassment or because they believe nothing can be done. The average loss per victim who does report is substantial. Thousands of victims have reported individual losses exceeding $100,000. If a victim reports the theft immediately, ideally the same day, there's a small chance of recovery. Banks may be able to freeze or reverse wire transfers if contacted quickly enough, but if the report is delayed, recovery becomes extremely difficult. Once funds are converted to cryptocurrency or sent internationally, they become nearly impossible to trace or retrieve. Bank of America told Jackson they would attempt to recover her $20,000, but couldn't guarantee success. She had authorized the transfer. "People who do this to other people, you don't know what's in somebody's life," Jackson told reporters. She was going through a separation. She had 2 children. That $20,000 represented years of saving toward opening her own business. The FBI actively investigates these operations and has issued multiple public warnings, but the structure of the scam creates challenges for prosecution. Many operations are based internationally, creating jurisdictional complexities. Call centers operate in countries where cooperation with U.S. law enforcement varies. When authorities shut down operations in one location, scammers often relocate to different countries and continue. The people who get arrested are typically low-level couriers, individuals who physically collect cash or gold from victims. The organizers who run the call centers and coordinate the multi-stage operation rarely face consequences. Even when arrests occur, the scam continues. The infrastructure is mobile. The tactics evolve. New call centers open as old ones are shut down. The phantom hacker succeeds because it exploits trust in institutions. Banks, technology companies, federal agencies. When someone claims to represent these organizations and has specific information about your accounts, it's difficult not to believe them. The multi-stage approach is psychologically effective. A single suspicious call might be dismissed, but 3 different people representing 3 different institutions, all confirming the same story, creates believability. The scam also exploits generational knowledge gaps. Many older Americans didn't grow up with computers. They may not understand that caller ID can be spoofed, or that legitimate tech companies don't make unsolicited calls about computer problems. The FBI emphasizes that scammers create urgency and pressure victims to act immediately. They discourage victims from consulting family members or taking time to verify claims. This pressure prevents critical thinking. The FBI provides clear guidance. Never answer unsolicited calls, emails, or pop-up messages claiming your computer or accounts are compromised. Never download software at the request of someone who contacted you. Never give remote access to your computer to unsolicited callers. Never wire money, buy cryptocurrency, or purchase gold at the direction of someone who contacted you. Never share passwords, bank account information, or two-factor authentication codes. Never keep financial transactions secret from family members. Always hang up on unsolicited calls about account problems. Always contact your bank directly using the number on your debit card or official website. Always verify any claims of account compromise by calling financial institutions yourself using trusted contact information. Always report suspicious activity to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. The U.S. government will never call citizens demanding wire transfers, cryptocurrency, or gift cards. Banks will never ask customers to move money to protect it. Technology companies don't make unsolicited calls about computer infections. If someone contacts you with these requests, it's a scam. As of January 2026, the phantom hacker scam continues. The FBI continues issuing warnings. Victims continue losing money. Scammers are adapting. Artificial intelligence is making fraudulent calls more sophisticated. Voice cloning technology can mimic family members or authority figures. The tools available to criminals are evolving faster than the systems designed to stop them. Jackson lost $20,000, money she saved, money she needed, money that represented years of work toward a dream that's now on hold. According to FBI data, she's one of thousands of victims. The scam works not because it's technologically sophisticated, but because it weaponizes something no security software can protect: human trust. The FBI can warn the public, law enforcement can investigate, but stopping a scam that exploits institutional authority and human psychology requires something beyond traditional enforcement. It requires awareness, skepticism, and the understanding that legitimate institutions will never ask you to protect your money by giving it away. This is the scam the FBI is fighting to stop.